Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be painting the second painting in a 3-painting series I did a little bit ago, quite a while ago. We're jumping right in with me painting a flat wash completely wrong. Here you can see me scrubbing it in. The paper is completely flat on the desk, so it's not flowing to the bottom. Things I'm getting right. There's a nice big pool of paint over to the side. I'm working relatively quickly so that nothing really has time to dry. And I'm being relatively careful getting around things. But I'm not really going in order, and again, I'm scrubbing the paint into the paper quite badly at parts here. Starting at the bottom instead of starting underneath the moon and bringing it all down. And more scrubbing. I'm scrubbing the brush upwards instead of down. Yeah, this was a little bit ago. Here I'm turning the painting up to get the paint to drip downwards, and then I am dragging a mostly dry brush along the edges to pick up any excess paint and make sure it doesn't cauliflower, so we have a nice smooth wash. And here we're going in with our second wash, being very careful to get around those little cloud details. I decided to go with dark teal and red. As I said, this is the second painting in this series. The first one was made on its own before I had the idea to turn this into a series, and that one was more of a purpley blue and yellow, and I decided it would be good for each consecutive painting to also have contrasting colors, or complementary colors. So in this one it's green and red. I chose nice subtle greens and reds. Really hope you can't hear my computer fan, but you probably can. Here I'm going in with the same brush I've been using for the whole painting so far, and I probably should have switched to a smaller one for this. You can see me kind of struggling to get around the details of the face. It's a good size for the body, but We're going in with a very fine layer of color over the horns, and I'm not entirely sure what color I used here. I can't quite tell. It could just be more of the color I used on the moon. And we're getting our first little bit of green on the tail. Really like how that tail turned out. It's very cute. There are definitely things I would have changed about this series had I planned to make it a series from the start. Things I would have done to make them a little bit more cohesive had I been, thinking about that from the beginning. For instance, the very first painting, which I don't have a video of, the character had a tattoo on his arm, or neither of the other two paintings have that, unfortunately. That would have been a very cool detail for all three of them to share. The first painting depicted the stars, or a star, and this one is the moon. The next one is the sun, so I've got the three kind of main players in, I don't know, in like astrological symbolism, I don't know. And I went with a cow as his sort of animal in this one. The star painting, the animal of choice was a ram. I'm not entirely sure why I went with a ram. And you can see me going in with the tiniest paintbrush to get those eyelashes. That was, yeah, that's intense. It's always intense when you go in with the smallest brush you have for such a tiny detail on such a key spot like the face. Going over the horns with a light wash of teal, hoping to get it to be a little bit more cohesive with the whole design. And I really do think it helped make them feel a bit more natural within the painting. And here we've got the real-time footage of just how slow each of those little stars was. There's about to be a lot of those. And this is the only real-time footage of it in the whole video because there were a lot. And here we've got a little bit of the star footage that's been sped up. But I'm just dotting them in here and there wherever it feels natural to add. I'm trying not to make them feel too regular. And here I'm just carving out the eye a little bit more, because I lost a little bit of that with the painting. And adding a dark, sort of rosy terracotta outline to everything, also with colored pencil. And I really think that helped it pop. I did that with the first one with more of a ultramarine, and in this one I'm using a dark red. And we are taking the tape off, and normally I like to leave all the tape peeling footage in because I personally enjoy it, but I struggled with the tape on this one, so we don't get any because it was just off the table and everywhere, and I just could not manage to do it on camera. So we don't get any this time, unfortunately. And there we are, finished painting on a new desk. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to like, subscribe, notifications, leave a comment, it's all incredibly helpful and it would all be deeply appreciated. See you next time.